Blue St. George's, the #1 for travel.
Say hello to Grenada's hidden gem, Mandela Court, a Grenadian-owned luxury boutique hotel tucked away in Lansipine. Our fully equipped suites are now complemented by an international standard restaurant and conference room. So whether you're having a formal business event, quaint garden wedding, or just a relaxed dinner for two, you can count on Mandela Court for that luxurious experience. Call today to book your viewing or reservation. We look forward to welcoming you.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50-plus car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
This is the MTV Evening News for Monday, the 28th of March. In the headlines, former CCC employee questions his termination, stating the letter leaves him with more questions than answers. Public Workers Union refusing the offer brought to the negotiating table by the Grenada Industrial Development Corporation. Police investigating a chopping incident which has left one man hospitalized. And in sport, the West Indies defeats England in cricket test at the National Stadium. We'll have details to those and other stories coming up for you, right along with the public forecast information. It's all after the break. Stay with us.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening, I'm Tony Julian with the details. Workers at the Consolidated Contractors Company CCC Quarry in Mount Hartman downed tools on Monday as, according to them, they're doing so in solidarity with one of their colleagues who was terminated on Friday. The workers are insisting that their bosses meet with them to explain the reasons behind the action taken. Speaking to our news desk today, Clement Phillip said he'd received a letter on Friday dated the 25th of March carrying the heading termination without cause and was paid in lieu as he was not given prior notice to the termination. He has since taken the letter to the Ministry of Labour.
He terminated me with a cause because then I knew that I didn't do anything, to provoke anything. So, that is the position, with me right now, and then the workers decide that they will put on tools, in other words, to get some answers from the company. They didn't pay me off. They just give me a payment in lieu, right? Because then they're supposed to give me a month notice, and they didn't give me a month notice. So then they just give me a payment in lieu, right? But they don't give me any other package besides that.
Philip now awaits the outcome of a meeting to be held between his former employer and the Ministry of Labour.
I went to the Ministry of Labour this morning, as a matter of fact, and present the letter. You see, because then the letter that they give, the contract that they gave to us, that contract was a 2-month contract, something like a probation. And following that, the year and month after, we didn't receive any other contracts or nothing in writing, in other words, to give us that indication.
Our news desk contacted the office of the Consolidated Contractors Company, CCC. However, efforts to get a comment on the matter proved futile. The Public Workers Union, PWU, is calling the offer made by the Grenada Investment Development Corporation, GIDC, unsatisfactory as protest action continues at the compound of the office. According to the union, they are ready to put the matter to rest. However, the employees must get what they deserve. The GIDC, on the other hand, is yet to comment publicly on the matter. Tanya St. Louis Lawrence has more.
We deserve better! GIDC, we deserve better! We deserve better! GIDC, we deserve better! Do better, GIDC! Yes.
With the Public Workers Union refusing an offer of a 5% salary increase cumulative for all the years involved, the workers of the Grenada Investment Development Corporation continue protest action for the 5th week. President of the Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, says the offering brought to the table during negotiations on March 16th cannot be accepted on the workers' behalf.
The workers have been waiting for 3 years. Right? 3 years. The time value of money has to be taken into consideration. The 5% cumulative offer has not even taken into consideration inflation over that period. It has not covered it. So certainly this offer, as the workers have said during the protest here, that they deserve a lot more.
The union is at the point of utilizing all options in ensuring a fair settlement for the GIDC employees.
All things are in play going forward. We're going to utilize our industrial protests. We're going to have social dialogue, whatever it takes for a fair offer to be placed on the table. But you cannot give these workers underbid these workers. They deserve much more than that.
Public Relations Officer of the Public Workers Union, Daisy Hazard, says the protest action aims to settle at a figure suitable for all parties involved. However, 5% for the 3 years is not fair.
Because when we returned to negotiations last Wednesday, we did so in good faith, having been invited back by the negotiations team. And the head of that team, Mr. Obiki, really made a case for good faith and for resolving this situation within the shortest possible time frame. And so there was no way at all that the unions and the workers could have expected that the offer that was going to come back in the context of all that was said would have been a paltry 5% over the spread of 3 years.
President of the Technical and Allied Workers Union, Andre Lewis, was again standing in solidarity with the GIDC workers.
And I'm sort of surprised that I have to be here because I was certainly under the impression that that matter would be resolved already. One could never have expected that the company would offer 5% over a 3-year period, especially in this particular period. And I want to commend the workers once again for their resoluteness, their firmness, and the defiance as they continue to fight for what is rightfully theirs.
I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence reporting for the MTV Evening News.
The Royal Grenada Police Force is investigating a chopping incident that occurred on Sunday in La Porterie Marquis, St. Andrew. According to reports, the altercation between a nephew and his grand-uncle left the grand-uncle nursing chop wounds at the General Hospital. In fact, Francis Charles received several chop wounds about the body, including to his head, neck, and hand. This morning, he underwent surgery to repair his hand. Officer in charge of the Community Relations Department, ASP Desmond Richards, says the investigation into the matter continues.
Oh yes, well, the police can confirm, we can confirm that there were chopping somewhere in La Poterie over the weekend. One man is hospitalized as we speak, and another is in police custody assisting with that investigation. We can give further updates as more information comes to us, but that is what it is for now.
The assistant superintendent is urging the public to reduce the use of weaponry when settling disputes.
The use of weapons does not solve a conflict. In fact, it makes the problem you're trying to solve worse. And of course, where you might have a little quarrel and nothing could come out of it, now you have a chopping where somebody is in hospital, somebody might even die, or somebody ends in jail. And so even if two persons have a problem, the use of offensive weapons, use of dangerous weapons is not the way to go. If two persons in a quarrel for whatever reason and they realize that they are not getting anywhere, you could find somebody neutral to hear the matter and to better advise them as to what to do. Or that's why the police is there. Come to the police before you take matters into your hand. That's what we are paid to do. That's what the public paying us to do. To help with these matters, help solve crime, help prevent crime, help advise persons on to the best way forward.
ASP Richards says dealing violently with disputes only makes matters worse.
I would advise, let us put on the weapons. It doesn't do well for your nation, it doesn't do well for your community, it doesn't do well for your family. Because now you're having a family might be grieving, or two families, because the perpetrator family might be embarrassed and having to face their son or their daughter, some uncle, somebody, have done something where now they're making the media and in the public domain not for a good thing, but for a crime. As well as the other family who might be nursing somebody that an injury, having to run up and down by doctor, and then of course the court come into play. You end in prison, you spoil your good name and you spoil your good record, and of course which will affect you and can affect you very badly, negatively in the future.
The Royal Grenada Police Force is giving kudos to the general public for their cooperation during the cricket at the National Stadium. However, while doing so, they say several accidents, fires and crimes were recorded. That's according to ASP Desmond Richards, head of the Community Relations Department. He says that also includes a pedestrian being struck by a vehicle. Let's get more on it though from Nikita Holston.
The Royal Grenada Police Force is praising the public for their cooperation during the cricket at the stadium. ASP Desmond Richards, head of the Community Relations Department, says no reports of incidents and crimes were recorded.
Well, kudos to the public, because even the foreigners are speaking about the atmosphere and the environment and the welcoming and the friendliness of the people. And just generally how things was done, in a nice way. And of course, we really thank the public, because this can only happen. It doesn't matter what systems the police put in place. If the public don't adhere to it, then it causes problems. And so we really want to again express our thankfulness to the public.
However, several serious accidents were recorded on island, according to ASP Desmond Richard, which are currently under investigation, including a pedestrian being struck down by a vehicle.
Within the weekend to this morning, 3 serious accidents. One occurred in Sobeys, St. Andrews, I think yesterday. A vehicle ran off the road and would have damaged 2 other vehicles, I believe, and some of the passengers got injured. That again, the police is investigating as well. And I think yesterday too we had another accident, serious accident in Lagoon Road, where a vehicle turned over. the 3 passengers, but they only received minor injuries. And of course, this morning, we had another serious accident in Canfor Junction, that is Calvini Road, where a vehicle would have collided with a pedestrian. We're not sure as to his state yet. He received some injuries and was taken for a medical check at the General Hospital.
ASP Desmond Richards is again pleading with drivers to be careful on the nation's road.
We continue to appeal to motorists, drivers, to be more cautious on our roads, and due kind of attention is necessary. We have more vehicles on the road these days, more people are traversing.
In other developments, a decomposed body was found on Saturday, according to the RGPF.
Yes, only this morning I received information that there was a sudden death in somewhere in Belmont, where a female, I think, was found partially decomposed. That investigation is also continuing as to the circumstances surrounding her death, and so we just in the preliminary stage.
Nikita Houston, MTV News.
So curtains came down on Sunday at the National Cricket Stadium as Team West Indies completed a 10-wicket win on the 4th day of the 3rd Test in Grenada to secure a series win over England. MTV visited the National Cricket Stadium on Saturday and spoke with both locals and foreigners alike to hear about their experiences. We get more in this report.
It was a carnival-like atmosphere at the National Cricket Stadium on Saturday as visitors and locals came out to witness Day 3 of Test cricket between England and the West Indies. Masqueraders in carnival costumes and visitors were seen enjoying the games along with Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell and other government officials. MTV News was at the stadium and spoke to visitors about the experience on the Spice Isle. Most of the visitors say they plan on returning to the country.
It's like amazing. They're both so evenly matched. You cannot pick between the two sides. I've been to Carriacou, which was amazing. Been to Petite Martinique, excellent.
First time to the Caribbean, first time to Grenada. A great game of cricket. Should be a result finally, which is great. And I hope England bat well today.
We love it here, yeah.
From the States. Yeah, I'm from Maine and she's from Mississippi.
They were very nice and we were very well looked after. And this is a very nice place, True Blue Resort. They look after us well.
Local spectators visiting the game say the hosting of international cricket in our country means well for the economy.
Just talking to some of the Barmy Army group from England, close to 2,000 of them came in. So it's incredible, an influx of money and stuff to the country. I think it's very, very good. Also, it's going internationally. So this is a great opportunity for people who have never seen Grenada or heard about Grenada. They get an opportunity to see it actually on the TV.
I can tell you it's a kind of hype, you can see a kind of renewed life, renewed vigor exhibited among the people in general and more so the people who are attending the games.
It's a good boost of tourism because I noticed half of the people there are almost from abroad, all the English people came up, and the local people get to showcase their products, and even the people who do food, they get a chance to sell and things like that.
Grenadians needed this, all right? Business people, especially small business, and we have all these visitors who are, looking at viewing all these local products, jewelry, we have other body stuff, and so on. And this would mean for them, locals seeing it, and so, but the people who come, they will appreciate this is locally made.
It's very good for the country. For instance, this morning on my way, I saw the Carib truck, and when I asked them where they're going, they say, well, the people from River Road went totally out of drinks, so they called them in to bring in drinks for them. So I think it's doing well for the vendors, the shopkeepers, and everyone.
Prime Minister of Grenada, Dr. Keith Mitchell, witnessed Sunday's victory by the West Indies. He says he's happy with the turnout of the cricket and the economic spin-off effects.
Excellent. I'm extremely happy.
the players and the English supporters, they were all saying that this is the best place they've been. And the temperature, the attitude of the people, how accommodating the people have been. That's Grenadians. And with the spice we have, they felt good. Even the West Indies players, the local Caribbean players, complimented the team. They complimented the country.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
It was more than 17,000 visitors who converged in Grenada in the last week for the third Apex test between West Indies and England, giving the economy the needed boost since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. MTV News spoke with vendors and shopkeepers outside the National Stadium who say the last couple of days business was booming for them as they had the opportunity to increase their sales significantly.
So this is the table where visitors could come and get a Grenadian title. All of the books on this table are written by a Grenadian. I myself have three titles on this table. And we have books of different genres, from poetry to short story. I have my children's book here, international intrigue, romantic thriller, crime, culture. I have my book about the culture of the people of Carriacou. So anybody could come here and get a Grenadian title of any genre, and if they're visiting, then this is an excellent souvenir.
Yes, I'm Matt. I run the merchandise for the Barmy Army. So we're the England Cricket Supporters Group, unconditional support for the England team. Have been since 1994. We've come out to sell merchandise, do some tickets, add some atmosphere for the England fans, and our travel packages through Barmy Travel as well. Yeah, sales really good. Sales really good. It's our first test tour back since the pandemic, and we've had a lot of people travelling. You can tell people have been desperate to get travelling, especially to Grenada, especially to the Caribbean, and yeah, it's been fantastic.
Well, not busy as supposed to be, but thank God for little mercies.
It's been good. As you say, I can't say well. It would have been worse or something. It's at the best still. Because no matter what, still the venue is basically the cricket, and we're showcasing our products. The main thing still is to have the advantage of showcasing our products still to the world, but I think it's good.
That's the first segment of news. We'll be right back with you after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. In light of recent reports of elderly individuals who appear to have gone missing, including instances of violence towards senior citizens, one representative from the desk of the elderly says that it's a matter of grave concern and curbing such instances is of utmost importance. We hear more from Troy Gill.
Well, the desk of the elderly is very much concerned, and the ministry as a whole, by extension, is very much concerned about the increase in the numbers of older persons who are being abused, who have been missing in the past. We have been out in the fields working as much as possible with the community in trying to see how we can provide support. So the councillors have been out, the social workers have been out providing support to the families, etc., who have been affected. But we are very, very much aware and concerned of the issues that older persons are facing in the Tri Island state at the moment.
That was a social worker in the Ministry of Social Development with responsibility for the desk of the elderly, Chikal Courtney, expressing concerns as it relates to increased reports of missing elderly individuals and physical abuse. He also highlighted what they believe may have contributed to these developments.
In terms of the persons who are missing, some of them are related to dementia. And we are seeing where they live with family members, but family members have to go to work. So no one is there to provide that supervisory role as they should, and persons tend to wander. And it's very difficult for families dealing with persons with dementia. Other aspect of it is persons, as a community, as a society, we're losing respect for our older citizens. And persons are now abusing them verbally, physically, even sexually. We're seeing instances of financial abuse as well.
He referred to an elderly man who went missing from one of the homes and said they are currently looking into improving the operations of geriatric homes across the Tri-Island state.
We sympathize with the family. We do not know what has happened to him. That's a mystery. I would suggest that yes, security might be an issue, but there might be other factors involved in terms of how we provide care for older persons. And the ministry has been engaged in looking at ways as to how we can improve on the services of geriatric homes in the Tri-Island state. So, for example, we are in the process of doing a policy on aging, and also reviewing the standards for the care and operation of geriatric homes, which would kind of help to improve how geriatric homes function and operate.
During the last quarter of 2021, Michael Brown, a resident of the Hilarion home, also went missing and to date has not yet been found. In 2020, Cecilia Mungo of Mardi Gras in David went missing, and according to reports, remains have been found a year later in the Mardi Gras area, which is believed to be belonging to the woman. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
Work has begun in the town of Grenville, including the reconstruction of pavements along two main streets, a project that, upon completion, will allow for easier and safer movement for pedestrians. Here once again is Troy Gill with more.
The pavements of both Ben Jones Street facing the Grenville Market and Victoria Street facing the Grenville Car Park is currently being reconstructed, and after preliminary work started several weeks ago, work officially commenced on Monday. Parliamentary representative for St. Andrews Southwest, who lives in the town of Grenville, Honourable Yolan Bain Hosford, said she is elated that the project is finally underway.
I am so thrilled that this is actually happening. You know, that is something that we have been behind, for a long time. Finally, it's happening now. I think there will be 4 contractors contracted to do the works there. And I think I've seen 1 contractor started already on the Victoria Street. They did all the preparatory work prior to that, and now they are actually casting the pavement on that front street.
The project is timely, she said, as there has been numerous concerns and complaints regarding the pavements in the town, which, according to some, has been deemed unsafe to walk.
Everybody, all the business places and the persons, living in St. Andrews are very happy that this project is taking place now. It's something that is long overdue, and many times, people would have stumbled and fell, and a number of things may have happened, based on what was there before. So we're happy that the environment will be much safer, and the persons would probably have somewhere to walk properly as they go around the town, visiting or either, doing their shopping as usual.
Several businesses on both streets will be temporarily affected for the duration of the period, she said. However, most welcome the project.
They would have been spoken to and agreed that is something that, is long-standing, and they're waiting for that kind of development to take place. So I don't think they may not be happy with the time that, for the material to cure and, hiccups that they would have. But I think overall they are very happy that it's happening, because it creates a nice entrance to the business as well. And it encourages people, to come to the business, walk freely.
MTV News also reached out to Minister of Works, Senator Nolan Cox, who indicated that 4 local contractors from St. Andrew have been selected to work on various phases of the government-funded project. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
Public servants will on Tuesday meet at the Home of the Union as they celebrate their 91st annual general meeting. The meeting will be held under the theme, Empowering, Protecting and Campaigning Labor Rights in a Time of Uncertainty for Present and Future Generations. Public Relations Officer of the Public Workers Union, Daisy Hazard, is encouraging members to come out and share concerns and hold discussions surrounding the affairs of the union and membership.
And we just want to encourage all of you workers to come on down to the Union Hall. A virtual link would be provided for those of you who absolutely cannot make it, but you have been granted permission to be at the Union Hall from 2:30. That building is yours. Because of COVID conditions, we've not been able to inhabit it in the way that we normally do, but now we can. So we are appealing to you workers, come on down to the Union Hall for the AGM. Come with your concerns, come with your questions, come to review your board, come to question your council and to find out from us what we've been doing for this year on your behalf. It is your building, it is your AGM. As you can see today, the power of union is in collective strength. And so we're just appealing to members to come out. Those of you who are coming from the outer parishes, St. Andrew, St. Patrick, there are buses being provided for you. Just contact the Union Hall or contact any member of the executive or anybody, any shop steward to find out what these arrangements are. There are door prizes. There are some members of our union who always get the early bird prizes, but there are some special ones. So we're just inviting everybody, come on down to the AGM. See you there tomorrow.
The meeting is expected to begin at 2:30 p.m. Remember, that is tomorrow, Tuesday, allowing for both virtual and in-person attendance. Girl guides from various parts of the country participated in activities over the weekend in St. Andrew as part of a global sensitization campaign geared toward encouraging young men and women alike to speak out and protect themselves against gender-based violence and to end violence against women and girls. We hear more from Troy Gill.
On Saturday, March 26th, the Girl Guide Association of Grenada, in collaboration with the Rotary Club of Grenada East, held a Speak Out Fun Day in the community of Telescope St. Andrew. The activity was aimed at sensitizing the public on ending gender-based violence, particularly violence against women and girls. The girls and boys gathered there were grouped by age and brought the message about being a voice against violence. Also, as part of the activity, a representative from the Child Protection Authority encouraged the children on how to identify instances of violence, such as emotional abuse and dating violence. Chief Commissioner of the Grenada Girl Guides Association is Patricia Batiste.
The main aim was to educate and bring the awareness of the different forms of violence plaguing our society today, and to also educate the girls and boys who are there present as to how they can adjust themselves or seek help and what they can do if they're faced with a situation where there is violence plaguing them or affecting them within their home, their community, anywhere like that.
She said the activity also forms part of the Spotlight initiative to end violence against women and girls.
So that is our main overarching objective and goal, and we started with the little ones among our association last Saturday, and we hope to go throughout the island doing the same activities, sensitizing, educating as time progresses.
The activity was well attended, Batiste said, and was a success.
It was held in Telescope St. Andrews because it was Rotary Club's main project, and we just helped them along with our curriculum that we have that guide our activities, and we had roughly about close to 100 participants, I should say.
Several of the participants also shared what they gleaned from the session.
Today we learned about the different means of communication and how we would react to certain situations in and out of the home. We also learned about how society today has classified certain professions to one particular gender, when in reality both genders can do that job.
We learned today about sexual abuse and that we should never let anyone take control of ourselves and our body, and that we should never be afraid to say no.
For MTV News, Troy Gill.
We end this segment with some sad news. Trinidadian Dexter Black Stewart has passed away. The lead vocalist for the All Stars band passed away this afternoon at the Arima Hospital. His management team said the soca star was hospitalized with COVID-19 at the facility earlier this month. His close friend, Fianna Lyons, also confirmed his death to Loop News in Trinidad. Blacks' family is expected to issue a statement soon. The soca artist was known for his hit, I Feel Like Hulk. He's collaborated with several local artists and producers alike, including Vaughn, and has also performed several times right here in Grenada. Blacks was 61 at his passing. Our condolences to relatives, friends, and fans alike. And that's it for the second segment of the news. We'll have regional highlights coming up.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6
even more.
With more money to the jackpot galore.
Play more, win more,
have more fun. With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one. With the new and improved Super 6 game.
The jackpot keep growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
I've been a member of the Arizo Credit Union since 2016, and honestly I joined to come out of poverty. What I love most about Arizo Credit Union is their support in helping us as members to save. I was in the credit union like a little under a month. The sewing machine that I had went bad, and I was in desperate need of, purchasing another, I simply went to speak to my loan officer. I wanted to know details of how to go forward. How do I become qualified to get a loan? And the next thing I knew, she said, how much money do you need? And at that time I needed $7.99. And she said, I'll loan you the money. And from there, I purchased the sewing machine, and this is the result. As a young person, we all have those little achievements in the back of our mind that seem so far-reaching. What Ariza encourages us to do is to save. I'm really happy, honestly.
Welcome back. Time now for this evening's Regional Roundup.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. Guyana's Vice President Barrett Jagdeo is defending his statement that Trinidad and Tobago is falling apart after receiving backlash from TNT officials. We get the story from Gordon Mosley from Guyana News Source.
Vice President Barrett Jagdeo, who has come under fire in Trinidad and Tobago for saying that the country is falling apart economically, has defended his comments and told a press conference today that there is nothing new about what he said about the neighboring oil-producing nation. During a recent visit to the county of Essequibo, the vice president said the government of Guyana will invest in infrastructure and other sectors in order to diversify the economy and to ensure Guyana does not become like Trinidad, which he said has been heavily dependent on oil. According to the vice president, Trinidad's dependence on oil has left the country falling apart. The statement by Mr. Jagdeo was picked up in the Trinidadian media, with some readers there saying his comments were disrespectful. Today, the vice president stood by his comments.
Look at the newspapers in Trinidad and Tobago. Every day you will see them saying, yes, the currency problems, they have currency shortages, and is it a fact that they've had a long period of low growth? Yes, COVID has exacerbated it, but even before COVID, it is a fact. So what I'm saying is not anything new.
Vice President Jagdeo said he will not lose sleep over the criticisms he has been receiving. He said his remarks were intended to make the point of mistakes Guyana should avoid as an oil-producing nation. According to Jagdeo, over the years, some Trinidadian officials have also had very disparaging things to say about Guyana.
They talk about the fact that we're undemocratic, and if they're not careful, they'll go the Guyana route. And I didn't raise an issue because it's true. Many of the things they spoke about, that our democracy was challenged. So I don't know if they have a problem with truth. The economy in Trinidad is undiversified. It relies heavily on oil and gas.
The vice president said his remarks were not personal and were not directed to the Prime Minister of Trinidad. But his remarks, he said, are factual representations of what occurs in Trinidad and Tobago today.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said Trinidad and Tobago will not be distracted by comments made by Guyana's Vice President Barrett Jagdeo.
There are a lot of people in Guyana, and I am not really distracted by Vice President Jagdeo's comments about us. A lot of people comment about us, some favorably and some not. We will not be distracted by that.
The Organization of American States, OAS, adopted a resolution on the crisis in Ukraine sparked by Russia's military invasion, with Antigua and Barbuda warning that the international legal order is fighting for its life. By a vote of 28-0 with 5 abstentions, the OAS Permanent Council approved the resolution on the crisis in Ukraine, with Antigua and Barbuda's permanent representative to the hemispheric body, Sir Ronald Saunders, noting that all member countries are living in a deeply troubled time. He said peace and security are now gravely threatened, and those conditions have quickly affected every person in the world, and more particularly the poorest, the powerless and the least resilient. Sir Ronald said the crisis in Ukraine, caused by the aggression of the Russian Federation, has not spared any of the OAS nations. Ukraine's president has said his government is prepared to discuss adopting a neutral status as part of a peace deal with Russia. In an interview with independent Russian journalist, Volodymyr Zelensky said any such deal would have to be put to a referendum in Ukraine. He has made similar comments before, but rarely so forcefully. The news comes as the negotiations between the two countries are set to resume this week in Turkey. Neutrality means a country does not ally itself militarily with others. Mr. Zelensky said that any potential agreement would require a face-to-face meeting with President Putin, and that effective security guarantees that Ukraine would not come under attack were essential. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
This is the MTV Evening News. We'll be right back with you after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
I've been a member of the Ariza Credit Union since 2016, and honestly I joined to come out of poverty. What I love most about Ariza Credit Union is their support in helping us as members to save. I was in the credit union like a little under a month. The sewing machine that I had went bad, and I was in desperate need of, purchasing another. I simply went to speak to my loan officer. I wanted to know details of how to go forward. How do I become qualified to get a loan? And the next thing I knew, she said, how much money do you need? And at that time I needed $7.99. And she said, I'll loan you the money. And from there I purchased the sewing machine, and this is the result. As a young person, we all have those little achievements in the back of our mind that seem so far-reaching. What Ariza encourages us to do is to save. I'm really happy, honestly.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. Sporting highlights are next.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
Holy natural spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy natural spring water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy natural spring water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Coming up in sport, West Indies defeats England in cricket test at the National Stadium. Details to that and other developments coming up for you in or from the sporting arena.
Man. My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Canadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
A special evening now to you sporting fans. This is where we bring you this evening's highlights.
Good evening. Cricket West Indies has lauded the West Indies team on their win over England in the Apex Test series. The victory came on Sunday morning, the fourth day of the third Apex Test at the Grenada National Stadium. With a superb 1-0 series result, Captain Craig Brathwaite became the first man to lift the newly minted Richards Botham Trophy. One of the players on the West Indies who made history with 100 not out and a man of the match and a series in the National Cricket Stadium in Grenada is Joshua Da Silva.
Well, 2 hard-fought games in Antigua and then Barbados on some very flat pitches, and thankfully we came to Grenada and got something that gave a bit more for the bowlers so we could get all 20 wickets, but a very hard series and very good to come out with the win in the end. The crowd support here has been better than anywhere in Antigua or Barbados from the locals. Everybody came out in their numbers and we're very thankful for that. Without them, it just drove us on to want to do better and keep playing harder cricket. The pitch was a good pitch. It was moving around early. We won the toss and we bowled first, and we got a lot of wickets on the first. We bowled them out on the first day, and then we came on the next day, and it was a bit up and down. But then the boys held together in the end. But for us, this is a very big confidence booster. But we're not getting ahead of ourselves. There's still a lot we can work on to improve our cricket, home and away.
The first 2 matches in Antigua and Barbados ended in draws, which set up the decider in Grenada, which West Indies won by 10 wickets, with Brathwaite hitting the winning runs before lunch. Sweat Nation had its grand launch of the 7-a-side football tournament on Sunday at the Palms, Lower Capital, Birch Grove, St. Andrew. 6 teams are in the tournament and will be played for the duration of 4 Sundays. In the end, the winning teams get cash prizes and trophies. MTV Sports spoke with one of the organizers of the Sweat Nation football tournament, Ronell Charles.
As you can see, the entire support that we get from the pasture is like everyone was just longing to have that kind of Sunday back together in the pasture where we saw a lot of fun. So it's good to see the progress, and we hope that next week it could be even bigger. After we had 2 years of COVID, which was really a stressful time in the world entirely, and to have that kind of vibe back, I would urge our persons to do that kind of activities within the community so that it can kind of build back our community vibes, which we have lost for 2 years. Sports on a whole brings persons together, and Birch Grove on a whole is a village that had a lot of togetherness, and it kind of broke a bit. For what reason, I don't know, but we hope that this tournament can be a start where we can see all the villages coming together and just having fun.
We spoke with one of the teammates from Adelphi Football Club, which won the first game in the tournament.
Out of the other teams, they are underestimating us because they think we are scrappy, but we'll defeat them. Well, we haven't played much football lately, but from this week coming, we will start a little more training, passing, and getting the team organized for the competition. Yeah.
Any of the teams you're looking forward to really come up against?
Maybe Beauregard and St. James. Yeah, they are the 2 teams. Rivalry, yeah.
In the first game, Adelphi defeated Punjabi FC 1-0 in a penalty kick-out. The second game, Capital B beat and Teach defeated Beauregard 5-3. And in the third game, Bylands defeated St. James 4-0. Mike Fennell, who is also a former president of the Jamaica Olympic Association, says that with great regret, CARICOM as an institution has failed to recognize the importance of sports to the extent that there is no CARICOM sports desk or effective operations on sports from the CARICOM Secretariat. Mr. Fennell was speaking on the Talks.
longing to have that kind of Sunday back together in the pasture where we used to have a lot of fun. So it's good to see the progress, and we hope that next week it could be even bigger. After we had 2 years of COVID, which was really, really a stressful time in the world entirely, and to have that kind of vibe back, I would urge our persons to do that kind of activities within the community so that it can kind of build back our community vibes, which we have lost for 2 years. Sports on a whole brings persons together, and Birch Grove on a whole is a village that had a lot of togetherness, and it kind of broke a bit. For what reason, I don't know, but we hope that this tournament can be a start where we can see all the villages coming together and just having fun.
We spoke with one of the teammates from Adelphi Football Club, which won the first game in the tournament.
Out of the other teams, they are underestimating us because they think we are scrappy, but we'll defeat them. Well, we haven't played much football lately, but from this week coming, we will start a little more training, passing, and getting the team organized for the competition. Yeah.
Any of the teams you are looking forward to really come up against?
Maybe Beauregard and St. James. Yeah, they are the two teams. Rivalry, yeah.
In the first game, Adelphi defeated Punjabi FC 1-0 in a penalty kick-out. The second game, Capital B beat and Teach defeated Beauregard 5-3. And in the third game, Bylands defeated St. James 4-0. Mike Fennell, who is also a former president of the Jamaica Olympic Association, says that with great regret, CARICOM as an institution has failed to recognize the importance of sports to the extent that there is no CARICOM sports desk or effective operations on sports from the CARICOM Secretariat. Mr. Fennell was speaking on the Talk Sports program on Saturday with sports journalist Michael Bascom.
We have to regard sport and physical education or physical recreation more than just sport itself. It is a major input to the whole educational process. And perhaps my dissatisfaction is that the communities at large have not accepted that fully. They talk about sport as an event, the Olympic Games or Carifta Games or Champs, but they don't realize how important it is to the educational process. The Carifta Games in Jamaica in April will help to remind us, especially as we're coming out of this COVID thing, that when students were not allowed to go to class and work from home, the damage that has been done to education because of the lack of sports and physical education. The second thing is that we have to remember that in the curriculum, we have had physical recreation, but not paid more than lip service to it. And I think we need to pay more attention to that.
And finally, news just in, Grenada Spice Boys had their second friendly on Monday against Andorra. Andorra defeated Grenada 1-0. Victor Barnett scored the goal. We'll have more on that for you in a later broadcast. And that's sports. I am Joseph McKee-Smith. Good evening.
The latest sporting highlights there for you. We have public forecast information coming up, and then there'll be a recap of the main stories.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good Monday evening, viewers, and back with your nighttime weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. Lovely sunny conditions throughout the Eastern Caribbean today, but the Northern Islands did experience some showers from a weak surface trough entering that area. In the Atlantic, we still have those patches of low-level moisture moving in. Most of them are dissipating before they get to the islands, but still there is a potential for some showers to develop on Wednesday and Thursday. We can see these areas much clearer as we take our usual closer look. Lots of, as I said, low-level moisture moving into the southern Caribbean, dissipating as we get there, but after the clear skies of Monday and the part of Tuesday, by Tuesday afternoon we should be seeing some of those rolling into our area. On Monday night, however, clear and cool conditions would dominate with east northeasterly winds blowing between 8 and 20 miles per hour. Minimum temperature of around 23, just about a 10% chance of very light, brief pop-up showers. The moon is going to rise at 4:18 in the morning and set at 4:16 tomorrow afternoon. Mostly sunny conditions on Tuesday, but by afternoon we could see a slight increase in cloudiness and maybe one or two of those pop-up showers in areas prone to rain. Winds will be northeasterly between 14 and 24 miles per hour. Seas remain choppy. 5 to 7 foot waves. Sunrise at 6:05, sunset 6:18. The max will climb to 34 and feel more like 38. Port of Spain will see isolated morning showers, then fair conditions after that. It will begin clear in Bridgetown with some showers popping up in the afternoon. Sunshine for Kingston, Miami, and New York. Light rain in London. Back here at home on Wednesday and Thursday, we could see some of those showers popping up briefly throughout the day. The fair weather would be interrupted by those showers. Generally fair conditions for the weekend. The haze will disappear by tomorrow and most likely will return again very slightly on Sunday. That's it for me for Monday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me again right here on Tuesday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
And now to end the news, a recap of the main stories. Former CCC employer is questioning his termination, stating the letter has left him with more questions than answers. Public Workers Union has refused the offer brought to the negotiating table by the Grenada Industrial Development Corporation. Police are investigating a chopping incident on Sunday, which left one man hospitalized. And in sport, the West Indies have defeated big-time England in cricket test at the National Stadium. We've had details to those and other stories, the public forecast information. And so now, on behalf of the news and production departments, I'm Tony Julian. We all thank you so very much for viewing and wish you a good night.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 draw for today, Monday, March 28th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Jocelyn Clark from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair and accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. At this time, show tickets at hand. It's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. Customer for this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. Customer number is 5, second number is 4, third and final number is also 4. Let's recap those numbers on the screen. First number up is 5, the second 4, third and final is 4. So that's 5, 4, and 4. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned, get your daily cash flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Daily Cash 4 evening draw for today, Monday, March 28th, 2022. I am Nisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Jocelyn Clark from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair and accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. At this time, you should tickets at hand. It's Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Let's find out what this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck. First number this evening is, check your tickets in the meantime. First number up is 5, second number is 7, third number up. Third number is 5, fourth and final number is 8. Okay, let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen, check your tickets. First number up is 5, the second 7, third 5, fourth and final is 8. So that's 5, 7, 5, and 8. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned, got to play with you up next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch ticket for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Playway Evening Draw for today, Monday, March 28th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Jocelyn Clark from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner, playing game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. Let's play Playway, value your dreams, so on your way. Good luck. This evening's winning Playway number is, check your tickets in the meantime. This evening's winning Playway number is 27. Let's recap the number: 27, 27, 27 represents the dream symbol Spirit. Congratulations to all the winners of this evening's Playway Draw. Tune in later on for the Lotto Draw. This evening we're playing for a jackpot of $124,000. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
A pleasant evening to everyone. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3342 for today, Monday, March 28th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Jocelyn Clark from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair and accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time, your tickets at hand because we're about to play for a jackpot of $124,000. But first, your free ticket letter. Good luck. This evening's free ticket letter is O as in odd. Let's proceed for 5 winning numbers. Good luck. First number this evening is check your tickets to the meantime. First number up is 2. Second number. Check your tickets. Second number is 11. Third number up. Third number is 1, followed by 34. Fifth and final number. Final number is 6. Okay, let's recap those numbers. Check your tickets. Numbers on the screen. First number up is 2. The second, 11. Third, 1, followed by 34. Fifth and final is 6. So that's 022 11 11 011 34 34 and 066. Your free ticket letter for this evening is O as in odd. Congratulations to all the winners of this evening's Lotto Draw. Lotto, play and win a lot. Remember to play all the games of the National Lotteries Authority support sports, culture and the nation building. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Sir Chirin Francis of Tobago, who resided at Boca St. George, passed away on Tuesday, 15th March 2022, at the age of 76. She was the wife of Cyril Francis, mother of Owen Francis, grandmother of Alexis, Ariel, Asia, and Isaiah, aunt of Emily Walter, grand-aunt of Saturina, Sheshael, Gabriel, Israel, Joshua, and Adina, stepmother of Isis Francis Brown, and Wendell Ramsden and their families, stepsister of Prunella Chance. Other relatives and friends including the Peters family, Irma, Anne, Shirley, Jenny, and friends and neighbors of Boca and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Saturin Francis of Tobago, who resided at Boca St. George, will take place on Tuesday, 29th March at 9 a.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill, St. George's, according to Seventh-day Adventist rites, followed by cremation. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Claudius Mervyn McLawrence, affectionately called Pops of Winwood Carriacou, passed away on Saturday 19th March 2022. He was a contractor and managed his own business, Mac & Mac Construction, for many years. He is survived by his dedicated wife, children, siblings, many grandchildren, nieces, nephews, cousins, and other family. He has also left many other close friends, relatives, and loved ones to mourn his passing, including the Kent, Budlal, and Patras families. The funeral service for the late Claudius Mervyn McLawrence, affectionately called Pops of Winwood Carriacou, will take place on Wednesday, March 30th at 1:30 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Glad Tidings Assembly, Hillsborough, Carriacou, and interment will be at the family cemetery, Lapel. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Monica Cador née Langain, also known as Monix, of Concord St. John, a well-known market vendor, passed away on Saturday, 5th March 2022, at the age of 91. She was the mother of Aldith Joan Courtney, Althea in Canada, Martin Coco Cador, Kenneth Bob Cador, Lindo Poe Cador, and Alsted Cador, stepmother of Sheridan Cador, grandmother of Sabrina Courtney, Dr. Jade Courtney, Maya, Sophie and Jewel Courtney, Ricardo Ashton, Sherlin and Marvin Haynes, Timothy, Ashton, Alicia, and Asborn Williams, great-grandmother of 13, sister of Lena Monroe, Faith Jessamy, Daphne Lewis, and Valma Delandro in England, mother-in-law of Merlin Bain, Erilyn Haynes, and George Courtney, sister-in-law of Raleigh Jessamy and Gloria Langain, aunt of many in England, Canada, and the USA, including teacher Everil Nelson, Lerlin Langain, Martin, Michael and Tanti Marina Jessamy, and sister Catherine Monroe, godmother of Neville Louisaw and Edwin Edwards. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends, including Edwin and Utilda Mitchell, Millie Charles, Daniel Wayne Lewis, Anthony Cador, the Langain, Louisaw, Marshall, Cummings, and Cador families of Grove in Trinidad, the USA, Canada, and England, and friends and neighbors of Grand Roy, Marigot, Concord, and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Monica Cador née Langain, also known as Monix, of Concord St. John, will take place on Wednesday, March 30th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Concord Roman Catholic Church, and entombment will be at the family cemetery, Concord. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Matthew Nelista Grant of Riversally St. Patrick, who resided at Lapo Tree St. Andrew and at Beaulieu St. George, passed away on Thursday, March 10th, 2022, at the age of 70. He was the father of Cherry Ann Boca Cyrus in the USA, Cheryl Ann Boca Bethel, Corporal 939 Shonell Cummings, and Akim Adolphus, brother of Michael, also known as Lavesta, Wilbur, Gloria, Magdalene, and Magna, grandfather of Rianne and Ariana Cyrus in the USA, and Gabrielle Bethel, father-in-law of Ricky Cyrus, Hendy Bethel, and Reginald Cummings. Many nieces and nephews in Grenada, Trinidad, and the USA, including Janice, Shirley Ann, Samuel, Deanne, Catherine, Rolda, Wayne, Michael, Ashton, Jenny, and Annette. Other relatives and friends including the Grant family of Lapo Tree, Riversally, Paradise and Montrose in Trinidad, Canada and the USA, the Whiteman family of St. David, the Adolphus family of Beaulieu, the Niles family of Darbo, Diego and Heads of Lapotree, Glenn Lewis and family, Sharon de Berg, and friends and neighbours of Beaulieu, Lapotree and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Matthew and Alista Grant of River Sally St. Patrick, who resided at Lapotree St. Andrew and Beaulieu St. George, will take place on Thursday, March 31st at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Holy Family Catholic Church, River Sally St. Patrick, and interment will be at the River Sally Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Cyprian Batiste, also known as Sippo and Dread, of Providence, who resided at Petmotar St. David, former salesman and managing director of Value Landscape in Grenada and Value Minimart, passed away on Thursday, 3rd March 2022, at the age of 62. He was the husband of Marl Batiste, father of Marcus and Morris Batiste and Marcia Franklin, grandfather of Mariah, Kiara, Kayla, Caleb, Caden, and Karina, brother of Daniel Thomas in Trinidad and Teresa Thomas in England, brother-in-law of Maureen Morel in St. Thomas, Gordon in Trinidad, Michael, Kang, and John, father-in-law of Kizzy Batiste and Leoth Franklin, uncle of many. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends including James Lewis and family, Victor Scott and family, Hyacinth McBonnet and family, Rosie and family, Sharon and family, Cynthia and family, Kester and family, the Blake family of Corinth, the Batiste family, Pastor Thomas and family, the Duncan family of Vincents, the Albert family of Dudma, the Mapp and Horsford families, the management and staff of Value Distributors and Value Landscape in Grenada, the pastor and members of the First Baptist Church, Berot St. David, and friends and neighbours of Berot, Providence, Pedmotar, Belplain, Lamode, St. Vincent, St. Thomas, the UK and Trinidad. The funeral of the late Cyprian Batiste, also known as Sippo and Dread, of Providence, who resided at Pedmotar St. David, will take place on Thursday, March 31st at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Pedmotar Gospel according to First Baptist Church rites, and entombment will be at the Family Cemetery, Pedmotar. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Lloyd Edric Chetram, also known as Babu and Caesar, of Brothers St. John, passed away on Friday, 11th March 2022, at the age of 71. He was the brother of Valentine and Keith Chetram, nephew of Rosalind Julian in the UK, brother-in-law of Brenda and Louise Chetram, uncle of many including Jason, Judy, Janice Chetram Hagley, Jerry, Sharon, Lyndon, Sherry, Ken, Ian, Kay, Ricky, Robbie and Jeanette Chetram, Beverly Chetram Dolland, Rolda Chetram Justine, and Daniel, also known as Bubby in the United Kingdom. Uncle-in-law of many, including Ken Hagley, Akima Fraser, David Justine, Evelyn Dolland, Suti Chetram, Lexan Chetram, Bibi Husman Chetram, and Casey Eben Chetram. Many other relatives and friends including the Sanderson, Chitterman, Perryman, Ragbasing, Duranjit, Harford, Chetram, Julian, and Harriman families, the Rajman family in Tobago, the Roberts family in Grenada, the UK and the USA, Shireen Amanda Wall, Pastor Robert Mathena and family, members of the Faith Independence Baptist Church Loretto, Lester Simpson, Nurse Marcia Jones, Laura Joseph, the Alexis family, and friends and neighbors of Brothers and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Lloyd Edric Chetram, also known as Babu and Caesar, of Brothers St. John, will take place on Friday, April 1st at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Open Bible Church, Grove St. John, and interment will be at the Douglaston Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Veronica Dola Horsford, née Bascom, of Retreat St. David, passed away on Tuesday, 8th March 2022, at the age of 94. She was the mother of Yvette Lowe, Gregory Bascom, Bernadette Fall, Richard Horsford, Marcia Hazard, Matthew and Sharon Horsford, stepmother of Martin Lumpress, grandmother of Nigel, Neil and Neela Duncan, Rodlin Lowe, Winston and Randy Bascom, Sophia Charles, Michelle, Rachel and Marcel Horsford, Marcel Hazard and Quinton, great-grandmother of 25. Many nieces and nephews including Daphne Bascom, Eric Bascom, Teresa Edwards, Gloria Mitchell, Philip George and Leon Mitchell. Mother-in-law of Claudia Bascom, Janice and Belinda. Sister-in-law of Lawrence Francis, Clarice Charles, Gwen, Tony and Joan Murray. Other relatives and friends including Raleigh Jessamy, Dandley Bascom, the Bascom family of Felix Park, Happy Hill and River Road, the Latouche, Horsford and Felix families, and neighbours and friends of Retreat, Palmrose, Felix Park and De Blando. The funeral of the late Veronica Dola Horsford, née Bascom, of Retreat St. David, will take place on Monday, April 4th at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Martin de Porres Roman Catholic Church, Crowshoe, St. Andrew, and interment will be at the Churchyard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Lucille Maxime, also known as Alcina Chase, of Grand Anse St. George, died on Wednesday, 23rd March 2022, at the age of 82. The funeral arrangements for the late Lucille Maxime, also known as Alcina Chase of Grand Anse St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Carlisle James, also known as Black Boy and Baggy, of Beaulieu St. George, died on Tuesday, 22nd March 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Carlisle James, also known as Black Boy and Baggy, of Beaulieu St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Daphne Joseph, also known as Dati, of Latente St. David, passed away on Wednesday, 16th March 2022, at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Daphne Joseph, also known as Dati of Latente St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Leonard Abraham Macmillan, also known as Leonard Gludd, and Tarway, of Bellevue St. David, passed away on Saturday, 19th March 2022, at the age of 68. The funeral arrangements for the late Leonard Abraham Macmillan, also known as Leonard Gludd, and Tarway, of Bellevue St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Edward Mordred Roberts, also known as E.M. Roberts of Belmont St. George, died on Saturday, 19th March 2022, at the age of 86. The funeral arrangements for the late Edward Mordred Roberts, also known as E.M. Roberts of Belmont St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Teresa Cummings, also known as Carmen, of Beaulieu St. George, passed away on Saturday, 19th March 2022, at the age of 81. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Cummings, also known as Carmen, of Beaulieu St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Paul Joseph, also known as Preacher, of Cemetery Hill St. George's, passed away on Thursday, 17th March 2022, at the age of 73. The funeral arrangements for the late Paul Joseph, also known as Preacher, of Cemetery Hill St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Agnes Barry, also known as Loyola, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided in the USA, passed away on Saturday 12th March 2022 in Canada at the age of 77. The funeral arrangements for the late Agnes Barry, also known as Loyola, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided in the USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Sebastian Francis Richardson, also known as Cebu, of Tivoli St. Andrew, passed away on Monday 14th March 2022 at the age of 62. The funeral arrangements for the late Sebastian Francis Richardson, also known as Cebu of Tivoli St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Anita Blackett, also known as Mama Nita, of Pedmotar St. David, passed away in Trinidad at the age of 89. The funeral arrangements for the late Anita Blackett, also known as Mama Nita of Pedmotar St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Sybil Matilda Roberts, also known as Mama and Pitty, of New Hampshire St. George, passed away on Sunday 13th March 2022 at the age of 81. The funeral arrangements for the late Sybil Matilda Roberts, also known as Mama and Pitty, of New Hampshire St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Teresa Smith, also known as Farm O, of Carrier, who resided at Telescope St. Andrew, passed away on Thursday 17th March 2022 at the age of 84. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Smith, also known as Farm O, of Carrier, who resided at Telescope St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes.
George Ferguson of Chantemelle St. Patrick died on Sunday 13th March at the age of 73. The funeral arrangements of the late George Ferguson will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Ian Redhead, also known as Flyers of Hillsborough Street, who resided at Melville Street and Archibald Avenue, St. George's, passed away on Friday 11th March at the age of 63. The funeral arrangements of the late Ian Redhead will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Monica Cynthia Knight Martin, affectionately known as Monix, of Montmort St. George, passed away on Sunday 6th March 2022 at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Monica Cynthia Knight Martin, affectionately known as Monix of Montmort St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Veronica Horsford, née Bascom, of Retreat St. David, who resided in the USA, passed away on Tuesday 8th March 2022 at the age of 94. The funeral arrangements for the late Veronica Horsford, née Bascom, of Retreat St. David, who resided in the USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes.
Joseph Peterson of Chantemelle St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, passed away on Friday 25th February in the UK at the age of 87. The funeral arrangement of the late Joseph Peterson of Chantemelle St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
Velma Ada Murray of Monkridge St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George's, passed away on Friday 4th March 2022 at the age of 71. The funeral arrangements for the late Velma Ada Murray of Monkridge St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. In loving memory of Clev Matthew Barry Sylvester, also known as Big Tigger, of New Hampshire St. George, who died on 25th March 2021 at the age of 35. Left to mourn his father, Eric Alexander, mother, Cecilia Alexander, children Matthew and Javonte, siblings Claire, Pearl, Emmeline, Kitana, Jeffrey, Jayon, and Frederick, nieces and nephews Kristen, Onika, Jamal, Tyrrell, Ryan, Nathan, and Kristen, aunts and uncles too numerous to mention, close friend Berylon Ross, cousins, the boys on the block, and friends and neighbors of New Hampshire and surrounding areas. An eternal memory until we meet again. Those special memories of you will always bring a smile. If only we could have you back for just a little while. Then we could sit and talk again just like we used to do. You always meant so very much and always will do too. The fact that you're no longer here will always cause us pain, but you're forever in our hearts until we meet again. Funeral arrangements were entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. In loving memory of Deslin Veronica Thomas of Paradise St. Andrew, who passed away in the USA on 23rd March 2020 and was entombed at the Grand Bras Cemetery. It's been 2 years since you've been gone, but it seems like only yesterday. Our hearts split in two. One side filled with memories, the other died with you. We often lie awake at nights while the world is fast asleep and take a walk down memory lane with tears upon our cheeks. Remembering you is easy. We do it every day. But missing you is a heartache that never goes away. We hold you tightly within our hearts, and there you will remain. Gone forever, but not forgotten. From your loving family Denise, Denny, Deborah, Debbie, Davis, Devon, Dorianne, and Tomel. Funeral arrangements were entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. In memory of Chad Joseph Edghill of Grand Mall St. George, who resided in New York and passed away on March 29, 2012 at the age of 24. He was laid to rest on April 12, 2012. Left to cherish his memory are his mom, Myrna Anne-Marie Joseph, grandmother Gillian Catherine Joseph, many aunts and uncles including Tessa Edghill Gittins, Rachel and Bernadette Joseph, and numerous other family members and friends. Don't think of him as gone away. His journey's just begun. Life holds so many facets. This earth is only one. Just think of him as resting from the sorrows and the tears, in a place of warmth and comfort, where there are no days and years. Think how we must be wishing that we could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away. And think of him as living in the hearts of those he touched, for nothing loved is ever lost, and he was loved so much. Funeral arrangements were entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
I am Godwill James, an MD and a member of Gateway Assembly. Medically, death is regarded as an end or a cessation of life. Different groups view death in different perspectives. While some regard death as a continuation of life, others view it as an infeeble form of life. As a Christian, we may want to view death as a separation of the soul from the body. So, whichever way one may view death, I want to